Hi, I'm 530 from Beast Games. This was a wild experience and I cannot wait to share my perspective and story. I'll be doing reaction videos for every single episode, I hope. You can guess how far I made it. Get your snacks out and let's get to watching.
I am sitting on $5 million.
Okay, before we even get to this point of starting the Vegas games, first of all, this is 2,000 people, and I'm pretty sure it was more than 2,000 people. But like the journey of just getting to this point was crazy. Okay, first of all, I didn't know who Mr. Beast was before I got the casting call. And yes, this opportunity came to me through a casting website because I do acting. And it was just a crazy thing to hear. Like $5 million, what? I didn't really think much about it until I actually got chosen after the interview and the audition. I became so excited. I knew nothing about Mr. Beast, so I studied. I watched so many of his videos. I wrote notes. I found out such little intricate details about him and his cast and whatever, because I don't know if they were gonna do trivia or something. I honestly felt like a crazy person with all the knowledge that I found out during my studies, because I was determined. $5 million, I'm winning that. That is mine. That was my perspective, you know? Growing up in not the best financial situation, I was like, this is my redemption. This is how I'm going to make it out of the struggle. So I did my studies. We went to Vegas, and actually on my flight to Vegas, I was sitting next to two women who almost got kicked off the plane because they were fighting over a plug to charge their phone or something. It created a whole thing. They almost got kicked off the plane. It was crazy. And then later, I see them and they're contestants, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm staying away from these ladies. They are insane. And I slowly started to realize that there's kind of a lot of different types of people that went on this show. Like 2,000 people, you have no idea who they are. It was kind of scary, especially that we all slept in the stadium together. That was kind of freaky. But anyways, I made sure that I stayed around one positive people and genuine people, I guess. I tried to find just good people. I did meet a lot of really great people. And yeah, anyways, look at this stack of cash. That is amazing. They had a guard watching it the entire time. Apparently, I don't know if this is true, but apparently I think the money on the floor was fake. And then the money in the stacks were real. But I could be wrong. And then if you look closely, you can see they put Slenderman in every single one of the seats. This is crazy. Okay, well, let's continue. Oh, and also, my hotel experience was wild. I felt like I was running all over the place. I accidentally locked myself out of my hotel room, and I ate my dinner on the floor waiting for the security to come and let me in, because I really didn't want to walk downstairs again. For the 10th time. That hotel is freaking huge. I was staying at the Rio. Anyways, I'm rambling. Okay, this was a really crazy experience for me because it was the beginning. We were finally able to see everything. Oh my gosh, it was a moment of excitement. Everyone was cheering. Everyone was going crazy. Even before we entered the stadium, people were cheering, and it was just an amazing experience. There's so much amazing moments that were captured, but they didn't make it to the final cut. And so many of us contestants are kind of sad that we don't have that footage yet. And right now, it just feels like it doesn't exist. We can't share it because the footage isn't there. But we all have it. It was just, I don't know, it's weird to explain. It was just a weird, awesome feeling being there. So many people for such a huge show. It was just, guys, when I tell you, people were having so much fun. I wonder if I can see myself. I'm somewhere in the middle, like literally in the middle of everything. I think I was by myself at this point. I tend to lose my friends a lot when things start happening. I did make friends in the hotel lobby. We were playing lots of card games because we were standing in lines for like hours in trash bags because we couldn't show our jersey, and it was a lot of fun. We were coping by teasing what we had to wear. Guys, this is such an amazing moment. I just can't explain it. We were all cheering. We all were cheering together. What did we cheer? We cheered probably Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast! And then we also cheered, Nolan's mom! Nolan's mom! I think you can see that on their social media. I'll try and put a clip there. What else happened? Oh, we were really hungry, I think. Oh, we actually ate before this. And our first meal in the stadium was the little portion of oatmeal, the boiled egg, and the side of vegetables. I didn't have breakfast or lunch that day, so I was starving. And when they gave that to me, I literally cried. Like, what is this? This is my dinner? Like, I'm so hungry. Yeah, so we were asking for Feastables in this moment too. This like 1 second cheering that you see was probably like 30 minutes of cheering. But anyway, they gave out Feastables like crazy. They were throwing it. It was flying all over the place. It was going crazy. I got hit in the head by 2. It literally hurt so bad. It felt like a tiny brick. Like, I remember I had my hand on my head for like 5 minutes. Like, ow, hit me in the head. And then luckily the people around me were like, oh, are you okay? Like, you deserve this chocolate after that. And I was like, yes, I do. But the cool thing was that I already had my like ration. I already took chocolate from the people. I didn't know how many we were supposed to get, but I was still hungry after eating like 2 bars. And I prayed, please, can I have more chocolate? And then as I said amen in my head, like literally as I was saying amen in my head, I got hit in the head by chocolate. And it was like, whoa, thank you. That was fast. Okay, and I just have to, I know I'm only 11 seconds in. I've been talking a lot so far. I just feel like I need to share my experience and my story. But anyway, Beast Games was interesting for me personally, to say the least. I think there's something that happens when there's an opportunity for your life to change so much. Like $5 million is life-changing. So when you're at a point in your life where your life could drastically change and you also have no phone, so you're not connected to the world outside, and you're a spiritual being, like I'm very spiritual. I was praying a lot, and I was just trying to like be extra connected to the divine. And the entire Beast Games experience for me was personally really spiritual. And I'm just gonna say that from the beginning. And I will explain all the coincidences, all the little things that happened to me along the way. But I just, like, it was more than Beast Games for me. It was like a crazy experience. Like, I met a psychic and just so many little things. I'll explain as the games go. Anyway, this was such a fun moment. We were all cheering and jumping and being crazy and just cheering. And Jimmy and everyone was up there. Honestly, it felt like Jimmy was like a king of a kingdom and we were like all his peasants. If that's weird to say, but that's kind of how it feels. Like if we had this experience in a past life, he would be the king and we would just be all his peasants living in his kingdom. That's how it felt. Anyway, let's continue.
You are witnessing is just the start of something.
Like, look at all those people! That is crazy! I'm somewhere over here. Yeah, somewhere in this area. I'm a pixel. But I'm in there. In these like really wide shots, I'm always trying to like look for myself. And I'm going to go back and literally like zoom in to all of these little shots and just try and find me. I know I'm in there, I just don't know where right now. Oh my gosh, I thought that girl was me for a second. But no, that's not me. It's wild to have been there and then now it's released and you're seeing it in the final product. Like, it's crazy. Where am I? I see so many people I know, but don't say me.
Drop the curtains.
Dude, when they dropped these curtains, I was like, what? Those are huge. They're ginormous. They went around asking everyone what they thought their first game was before they dropped the curtain. And I thought it was some kind of tug of war kind of thing because I saw the ropes, but I didn't know it was going to be like this. This was surprising. 10,000 pounds. And I think there's like 100, 200, I don't know, something amount of people. But someone did the math and it was like 20, 30 pounds for each person to pull. At this point, we had a lot of time before it actually started, but people were splitting up and going into teams based on what we were given when we were to enter the stadium. So it was getting crazy and hectic, but it was so fun. Where am I? Still looking for me. So at this point, I was all the way on this side, which was pink team, with my friends from the hotel lobby. That's where I was at this point.
We got a strategy going.
That was one of my friends! She was so nice.
This team was made to break.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Y'all, do you know who this is? This is the Beast from Women of Wrestling. How do I know that? Well, I actually auditioned for Women of Wrestling, I don't know, like this past year. And I also studied that very extensively. And I made it to tryouts, but I didn't get past tryouts. But it's okay. But anyway, this is the Beast from Women of Wrestling. She is literally like the top dog of that show. And that's her husband. But like, I had a really embarrassing moment with her where she was going to the bathroom. And this was the first time I saw her. And I was like, the Beast! And then she looks back and she's like, oh, hi! Like, really nice. And I was just really embarrassed because I fangirled out. I don't really fangirl too much, but yeah, I was embarrassed. So I kind of avoided her for the rest of the time because I was embarrassed because I was a fangirl. But she was honestly so cool. She's so cool. And it was really cool to see her throughout the games because she is a baller. Like, she's so cool. She's like so cool and she's so strong. That's her, man. She's just like it's freaking cool. You need to watch this and just like see her. Yeah, I was embarrassed. I think I was the only one that recognized her. So I was embarrassed. I'm never going to fangirl on anyone ever again. I just want to talk about every little moment. I feel like this video is going to be so long, but I really just want to talk about every little moment that happened in the game. So just bear with me. Okay, so they skipped everything, but getting the jerseys was chaotic. In front of each line, they had a box with all the jerseys in it, and people were just like going crazy, getting all the jerseys. People were getting multiple jerseys and giving them out to your friends. And honestly, like, I'm not the kind of person that just goes in the middle of a bunch of crazy people, especially if they're like really strong men or whatever. Like, I don't want to get hurt. I like to be chill. I like to, you know, be soft and, I don't know. So anyways, I was like being really chill. Like, I was just being like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get a jersey no matter what. But then it got so crazy, they made us get back into lines, and I was like in the front of the pink line, but all the jerseys were almost, gone. And then they opened the jerseys up again, and there was no jerseys in pink. And I was just like, what? And pink was a strong team. They had a lot of strong people on there. So I wasn't with my friends. And I was actually debating if I should go to orange because something felt weird about pink. I don't know what it was. So I went to orange, and then they didn't have any jerseys. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I went to green. They didn't have any jerseys. And then I got really worried, okay? So then I went to yellow, and I checked out red, and I knew just by looking at red that they were going to lose this game. I knew it because they just looked, they had all the like smaller people. They had like a lot of elderly people over there. I just knew that they were going to lose. So I like kind of got in there and got a yellow jersey. As I was waiting to get a yellow jersey, I did kind of eventually have to like squirm my way in and just like grab one because I was not going to be on red. I was not going to be eliminated on the first game. Not in the first game. But Jimmy started giving out jerseys to the red team. And I was like, oh, that's tempting. You can have an interaction with Mr. Famous Jimmy. But I was like, no, I'm not going to win if I get a red jersey. So yellow it is. So I became yellow team. And we actually didn't really call ourselves yellow team. We called ourselves gold team. Because gold is for winners. Anyway, literally every little thing took so long to do. It's crazy how fast this video is making hours seem. I'm somewhere in that yellow blob. Look at all those people, man. So you can see that a lot of people are in the line and a lot of people are outside of the line. The people on the outside of the line were like the self-proclaimed leaders. So they were just kind of organizing everyone. But I was personally confused because the yellow team, we had the rope straight all the way and then it curved around and then people were like holding the rope to the opposite direction. And I tried to talk about it to one of the leaders, but I don't know, they didn't understand, I guess. One person asked if I wanted to be a leader, but I was like, no thank you. I had no interest in losing my voice and screaming for the first game. I would make a good leader, but I think they were okay. I didn't mean to do that. Where am I? They did a really good job on editing all of this. This is a really cool shot because you can see how fast each line is going. And honestly, this game, it felt like seconds. Like it was over in seconds. It took hours to get here. And then it was over in seconds. Crazy. I wonder if you can see me running. This exact moment when these three hit the top, it was like in seconds, faster than what it is, I think, in the actual show. And this was the exact moment that I looked up and I was like, oh damn, they're winning already. Like, we need to pull. At least we're ahead of red. Come on, let's go. It was crazy. Oh my gosh. At this point, I somehow lost my space on the rope and I found myself outside of the ropes. I looked around and there was a bunch of us that were like outside of the ropes. So I started to run towards the front because that's what you do in tug of war. You run to the front and you pull from the front. And then I was like, come on guys, go to the front. And that was like my leader moment that I felt like I had to bring people to the front. Even though it was probably only like 5 people that saw me and followed me. But I felt proud about that moment. Look how close we were. Like, I was freaking out, guys. I was freaking out. But it was a lot faster than it is in this video, which is just insane. This shot of this lady, I don't know who she is, but this is like the funniest thing ever. Y'all, if you haven't watched this already, you need to watch it because these little clips, it just gets me. Guys! Yellow team won! We all went crazy! Oh my god, that's me! That's me! I see me! I'm gonna take a screenshot. I found me. That's so fun. I'm running. What am I even running towards? I think that was during the game. There was a lot of people that were crying on red team. It was the first eliminated people, and the vibes were really heavy over there. So it was like the first taste that everyone got from the sadness that comes from being eliminated. But it was really awesome. They gave all of us $2,000 for participating in the games. Honestly, I feel like the longer you were in the game, the more you should have got paid for participation. But it's like, whatever. I can't believe they spent $4 million just on giving us money to participate. They didn't have to do that. And they didn't say they were going to do that, but they did, which I'm so thankful for.
And some people chose to go home early.
Okay, during this time, we were waiting a lot. I think we were getting our, undergarments, which took hours. Sometime. It might have been actually before the games actually started. I'm not really sure. But a lot of people were leaving. And I think this might have been the time that 42 left, which is from Mr. Beast 1 to 100. He's like the villain. But apparently he left, and there was a lot of rumors going around on why. During the games, so many rumors were created. I don't know if they were true or not, but things would just go around. Everyone would hear about it. Like, it was a game of telephone. And I think some people were just making stuff up just for fun. But anyway, apparently 42 left because he didn't like the food. And I guess his back hurt. Or he had sciatica or something like that. I'm not really sure. Or maybe he left the next day. I'm not sure. But that was kind of cool to see people from previous videos of Mr. Beast. At least they walked out without having to stand in an hour line.
Your teammates will be your opponent.
So when Mr. Beast asked us if we love our team, and we were all cheering, yeah, we do! And then he tells us that in the next game, we're all going to be against each other. That was just the first of the mind games of this whole, I knew it was coming, but I didn't know it was going to be this hard. And I already made such really great friends, especially Genevieve. I made really good friends with this girl named Genevieve. You can see we partied in Vegas after the show. But anyway, they were giving interviews after all this, or before the game. And they interviewed us. They didn't even use my interview. Okay? But you wanna know what I said? I said, we just became friends and now we're frenemies. It's so sad. But anyway, I don't think I said it like that, but you get the gist. I'm a little bit more dramatic when I'm by myself, I guess. I honestly think this was the next day. If I remember correctly, I think we went to sleep and then we played this game on the next day because I was extremely tired during this game. I literally slept through the entire game. No joke. We weren't allowed to have coffee, and I'm a coffee drinker, so I was crashing. Me and Genevieve, out. We were the last team to play, so yeah. Literally, I have no memory of this except for when it was our turn. What was interesting about this game was that there was some people who actually wanted to get eliminated. I knew this guy who apparently he was part of the test crew, but he wasn't supposed to actually be in the game. So he was getting paranoid and he was going to get a briefcase to eliminate himself. I thought that was interesting. But yeah, each team going took an hour. Everything was so long. So during pink team, I was probably putting my head down and starting to nap. I just want to say that I'm really glad that they brought Mac on to their team because as a contestant himself in the YouTube videos, he went through a lot. And we all felt for him. So now he has his own little moment of success. And he's actually really funny. I love that they added this shot because her nails are pink and she's on pink team. Okay, girl things. Literally napping through this entire moment. I wonder if you could see me sleeping. Sometimes I got up. But who knows, maybe they edited CGI'd me out. because I didn't want to show sleeping people, who knows. Or there is some people laying down. I'm not really sure. Literally anytime they... This is a horrible place to stop. Oh, I met her! She's really sweet. She's a successful social media influencer. But yeah, when they showed the map, I literally would lift up my eye mask for a second and then go back to sleep. Watching everyone run is so crazy. Like, look at all those tipping suitcases and whatnot. Like, that guy's about to fall on the floor. Okay, I was sleeping during this point, and it was very important for us to pay attention. Again, lifted it up, looked at the map for a second. My intuition literally told me, remember this map. And I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm taking a nap. Good night. I tell you. I wonder if I can... I don't see the girl who helped me. Okay, so to clear this up, I was stressing out at this point because at first he told us we're going to use Green's map, but they weren't going to show it to us. So we were all like, what? Oh my gosh, what? Ah! And I was just like, oh, well, that's why you wanted me to remember the map. And I was like, whatever, let Jesus take the wheel. Full trust, you know? I did, however, put in a little prayer that I would be guided or that they would show the map. And then this lovely angel came up to me. I'd never met her before. I've never seen her before. She came up to me and was like, do you want to be safe? She was from Green Team. And I'm like, I would love that. And she told me where was safe, which was like top back or whatever. And I was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. I was gonna let Jesus take the wheel, but instead he sent you, an angel, to put comfort and security in my mind. So thank you. It was a really cool experience. Another spiritual moment, if you ask me. And she was so kind. Where am I wanna know. And then they actually did end up flashing it for a few seconds, which was very nice. I'm glad that they came around.
Go!
Okay, first of all, they leave out so much. They're really good at editing and making things smooth. But anyway, for our team, Jimmy was talking and saying stuff and he accidentally in a sentence said go, but he didn't actually mean go. So yellow team just started to run and we kind of like hesitated and then we actually did run because everyone else was running and it was chaotic. But yeah, when we lined up, we didn't know we were going to be shown the thing yet. And then after we were all lined up is when they told us they would show it and blah, blah, blah. But the guy on my right he looked really fast. And I was not going to compete against him, so I asked him, like, hey, which one are you going for? So I don't have to compete against you because you look really fast and you're probably gonna beat me. Like, please let me know. And then we communicated and yeah, got that cleared up. And then I communicated with the people on my left. And, you know, she was gonna get the first one, I was gonna get the second one, the other one was gonna get the third one. This guy told us that all of those people are going in for that row, so this row is totally safe, whatever. So that was really nice. We all worked as a team, even though we were all against each other, which I think is the best way to do it in this game. Like, look at that girl. That's tipping over. So I was somewhere, like, all the way in the back over there. But the girl that went to the one in front, she got sideblind from someone going from the opposite direction and they fell and she got like rug burn. She said she was okay, but she got a little injured. So it was kind of scary. I'm glad that I didn't go for the third one and I got the second one. I'm confused because I was in this area, but I don't see me. Huh, I must have been more down, I guess. Oh my gosh, I see me over there! I'm gonna take another screenshot. Oh, it's me! I'm just a background actor. I got green because of the angel lady that helped me.
How does it feel to be winners?
It felt so good to win! Woo! I thought this shot was super cool. Okay, I'm like over here. So everyone stayed with their teams, which I thought was really interesting. But anyway, I slept over there with yellow. We all slept in different corners, the different colors were. The floor was not very comfortable. I actually had a dream that I left through the doors and I was just over it. I was done. I was like, bye. Over this uncomfortable floor and this food. I'm gonna go sleep in a real bed. But then I woke up and I was like, no, I think $5 million sounds better than a real bed. I can do this. Yeah. I'm able to sacrifice for $5 million. Absolutely.
You're going to need your strength for this next.
I wonder if these cameras were there the entire time. Like, are they X-ray? Do they see our insides?
challenge.
But in the morning, I was low-key really annoyed because all the groups were getting together into group meetings because apparently we were so unorganized the night before and they were like strategizing and it was crazy. I was not happy to be woken up. And I'm pretty sure they told us to get as much rest as we can because we'll be filming all night, but people weren't sleeping and weren't letting people sleep pretty much. So I was very, very grumpy in this morning. I was very grumpy. Especially because the girl on yellow was like, everyone wake up! Team meeting! Wake up! And I was like, oh my gosh, I want to sleep. Woman! If she woke me up and said that but gave me a cup of coffee, I would have felt better. But she didn't have coffee, so I was grumpy. But I just gave in and I walked around without my jersey on because I was like a spy. I was spying on everyone to see what everyone was doing and saying and blah, blah, blah. And it was all just useless. Like, teams are trying to get with teams to go against another team, but then this team wanted that team, and it was all just all over the place. And then it ended up, everything that they were strategizing, it was for nothing because they had no idea what the next game was, and it was just nothing. It was just a waste of time, and I lost sleep for nothing. Anyway, don't wake me up ever again, especially if it's for nothing. I get grumpy. Okay, the next game was the flag game. This was my favorite game. This was a fun game. It was completely individual too, which I was so excited for because everything was like, had to do with groups or fate or whatever, blah, blah, blah. So this felt really fun. And I'm a little bit athletically inclined, so I felt better, like I had a chance. And they kept saying before this game, like, we tested this game and too many people ran and too many people got eliminated on each round. So make sure you play smart and don't get eliminated. So then everyone was strategizing to call out the flag. And everyone was working as a team in the front line. So everyone would get a flag except for the people who are like way in the back. But my method was, oh, maybe people are dumb and they'll run. So I went in the back and I was watching and calculating and counting how many people have flags and how many people got eliminated. And once it got to like 200, 300, and like only a small amount of people got eliminated, I was like, oh, the odds are not in the favor of waiting. I'm getting in there. I'm getting in there and I'm running. Let's go. I'm gonna get a flag. Let's go. Rah! That's how I felt inside. I'm still looking for me. I really want to find myself in this game. I'm somewhere on this side in this area. I'm somewhere in this vicinity, but I don't know where. Where are you, Amber? Dude, this was so funny. This girl, she's like, not going the first round or the second round or the third round. Like, that is just so funny. I love when they add comedy. It's just, I love comedy. It's the best. Do you notice that they're all men and they're all look pretty athletic? So this was one complaint that a lot of other contestants who aren't, athletic men were complaining about, is that there were so many athletic, like, football players and they were dominating the front. So that was very common for all the really competitive and strong people like that to be in the front row. Very common. And then the opposite of that was like all the way in the back. Just to get an idea of what was going on in the game. That's me! I found me finally. I'm gonna take a screenshot. Oh my gosh, I have broad shoulders. So yeah, this is when I was counting the people who were getting eliminated and trying to find out like the data or whatever, the statistics of winning. But I started getting freaked out at 200 and joined the front lines. Like, look at that. I was not going to go in the front with guys like that and try and run and race. I don't think so. Not me. There I am in the back. I'm somewhere in this blur. Look at all those people on that field. It started getting crazy when they put a lot of flags. Like, what? That's crazy. But they skipped so much. Like, there were so many entertaining moments. Let me tell you. Okay, so one was flag 69. That was specifically really funny because they put 69 all by itself. And not only was it by itself, but I think it was like Chandler or someone was holding it and they had to chase him around the field. So in the beginning, there was only like shorter, slower people, to say the least, that were trying to chase him, and they were not getting close at all. Maybe there's like 5 of them. And then some faster, stronger guys started to chase him too, and he ended up getting tackled. But he got tackled and he flew the flag. So the guy who tackled him didn't get the flag, but somebody else caught the flag. And it was just epic. Like, things like that never made it into the final cut. Maybe because it was number 69 and maybe it's inappropriate, but I think it's hilarious. Everyone else thought it was hilarious. So many little moments like that are just never going to be shown. Or maybe they will show it later, but right now it's not. And it's just sad. These little stories aren't told. So this is when I started freaking out. So yeah, you can see that I'm not on the stairs anymore. I'm somewhere in the crowd. But I started freaking out in the crowd because the people in front of me were quiet and they weren't moving. So I said like, oh, let me be your voice for you. And I tried to call out for them, but I was like too far in the back to do it. And then I kept saying like, I want to run, please let me get in the front, I want to run, bah! And then finally, eventually, they let me go in the front. And I learned very quickly that the way it works is that you need to call your flag the loudest and the most. And whoever's the loudest and calls it the most gets the flag. But even then, there's no guarantee, because for one flag in particular, 5:30, there was a girl to the right of me and a girl to the left of me. They were both calling 5:30. This girl, I'm getting 5:30. This girl, I'm getting 5:30. I'm gonna run. And I was communicating with both of them like, you're gonna run? Yeah, I'm gonna run. You're gonna run? Yeah, I'm gonna run. You both are gonna run? Yeah! And then I might have whispered to this girl like, hey, I think you could beat her if you do go for it. Because she definitely looked like she could be faster than that one over there. I didn't know either of them. But then, this is where it gets interesting. Jimmy blows the horn. I watch them to see what they do. I see that her grumpy face, she didn't run. I look to this side. She has a grumpy face. She didn't run. And in a split second, I don't even think about it. I go for it. And let me tell you, this flag was not close. It was the farthest flag, but it was directly in front of me. And I even had that thought like, you're gonna go for it? You're gonna go for it? Well, hey, it's actually right in front of me. Maybe I should go for it. But I didn't say that out loud. I just had that thought. But yeah, so they both didn't go. So I went for it. I didn't even think about it. This happened in a split second. Like I was like, and then bam! And I ran so fast, dude. I don't know when the last time I sprinted, but I felt like Sonic the Hedgehog. Like, literally, I felt like a track star. It was so cool. And as I was running as fast as I could, it felt so fast. I wish I had footage of it. I really want to see how fast I ran because I feel like the adrenaline made me run like 5 times faster. But anyway, as I was running, I saw someone come from diagonal to 5:30, and I was like, oh shit. And it was it looked like an athletic male. So I was like freaking out. I was like, oh, I gotta run faster. But then I grabbed that flag and I was cheering. Wow. Oh my gosh, it felt so exhilarating. It was awesome. It was epic. It was my favorite part of the game. It was amazing. It was amazing. And it did not make the cut. Little moments like this never made the cut. Oh my gosh. It was drama. It was just epic for me to have that experience of getting my flag. I looked up angel number 530 just for fun. And this one says, 530 says take a bold step as the early bird. Being a pace setter needs courage and commitment to see your project grow. I guess I needed courage to grow, to run, because that was a crazy experience for me. But I only did run because I saw that nobody else was on the field, so it was completely open for me to go. Oh, it was cool.
Worse and worse. This is insane.
So one of the flags in the back, that was 530. And I'm not sure which one it was exactly. I wonder if I could see me. That might be 530. That one's standing all alone. Where am I?
One of the reasons people were...
I never made it. I'm nowhere to be seen, but I had an epic moment. That's okay. Wow, look at her hair. That is just amazing hair. Good for you, girlfriend. You got good hair. Okay, this moment was really adorable because they totally let this elder lady get the flag, and she was the funny one. I'm not gonna go for the first one. I'm not gonna go for the second one. But I did hear a rumor where there was a flag right in front of another grandma lady, but someone else took it. And everyone was saying, oh yeah, it's for her, it's for her. But someone else took it. Like, oh my gosh, the drama. And I overheard from someone else that the 2 girls that didn't go for my flag, they were pissed. I don't know if they were pissed at me or just at each other, but there was a lot of drama happening. Oh my goodness. I'm actually really sad that I haven't been shown yet, but it's okay. That guy was really cool. He's a pastor. Okay, so apparently there was people that were trying to sneak and like steal flags so that they could stay in the game. So we had to keep our flags safe or risk being eliminated. So that was kind of anxiety inducing. And then our flag was our ticket into the next game. That guy was really nice in the next game. He not only helped me, but he helped another girl who was getting like harassed. I'll tell you when we get there. I am so glad that I wasn't part of the 1,000 people at the end because that would have just gave me way too much anxiety. Like, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna get a flag. Ah! I love my number. I love the time I had. So good. How she's celebrating, that's like how I celebrated. It is an awesome feeling to get a flag. Let me just tell you that. This is what it feels like to win $5 million. Like, yeah, I made it to the next game, yeah! Dude, imagine being part of that last group where literally everyone has to run. There's probably like 100 people or whatever, maybe more, that have to run for only 50 flags. That's crazy. I'm so glad I wasn't those people. I would be freaking out. So it wasn't this part, I don't think, but my friend Genevieve was one of the people who accidentally stepped over the line and then got eliminated that way. So that's how my friend Genevieve got out, and they didn't show her, but apparently she had a really nice moment with Jimmy. Jimmy got her out. She was very thankful for that. She's a huge Mr. Beast fan, but I would have really loved to see her footage in that too, because I just really, really, really love Genevieve. She's awesome. Dude, look at all those people who accidentally got out. That is a crazy amount of people. Like, that's insane. Just from Carl saying, yo, like, what? I didn't even see that. I was like somewhere in the back of the crowd not paying attention. Probably eating vegetables and drinking water and like talking to people. I wasn't paying attention. It was hard to get a good view. His yo eliminated 31 people. That's crazy. Imagine being eliminated that way. So this Money Lion thing, I'm in it, and apparently they're doing a giveaway, and I just hope that I win. That shot is so cool. The drone shots are my favorite.
This is a piece of history. Say, dude, I am on a Mr. Beast video.
Dude, I am on a Mr. Beast video. I'm on a Mr. Beast video. Even though I'm like a pixel a few times, I'm on a Mr. Beast video. It's the little things, man. So anyway, during this game, I got separated from my friends again, like every other game. Seems like a trend. I don't know why. I guess I need to be alone for God to guide me. But I prayed and asked, like, okay, which team should I be on? Because we had to split up between 100 people and we all had to be on a platform, whatever. It's all about trust, and I didn't know 100 people that I trusted. I probably knew like 5. Honestly, it was weird because I would make friends, and then those friends would get eliminated the next game. And then I would have to make new friends, and then they would get eliminated the next game. And it was just a trend. Like, all my friends that I made, they would get eliminated. And I was like, I started to think, like, am I bad luck? Like, if I make friends, are they just gonna get eliminated the next game? Like, that's what I started to believe. But anyway, I was all the way on the right side, and I felt life tell me that to be on this team and that we're going to go on that platform over there. Just popped in my head, you know, little intuition. And I started to freak out because my team, they didn't know me, but the guy who was like in the 10 people, we separated our 100 by 10s, but the leader of my 10, like, trusted me, I guess, because I told him, like, he asked me, do you want to go to the Amazon Prime show? And I'm like, yes, I'm in it. I want to win. Like, I'm not going to take any bribes. I want to go to the Amazon Prime show. Like, that's what I want, you know? So he trusted me and he kept me on his team. But our team started to argue and like fight, and there was drama. And I was just like, why is this happening? But I was just trusting. And then we ended up lining up on the far corner. We wanted that one, apparently. But then production had us move to the middle one. And I was like, oh, interesting. We actually ended up where life told me we would end up. But it was kind of mean because these guys went up to this girl who was sweet and was like, you need to leave because we heard that you're going to take a bribe. You need to go. And she was like, I'm not, I won't. She was crying and like trying to just tell them, like, hey, like, you could trust me. And then that nice guy that I told you about, he came and helped make her feel okay. It was almost like he was like a psychiatrist or some kind of angel helper that helped people when they needed support. He was very nice. But anyway. Alright. Forever looking for me. So yeah, I was like over here in this group. Doesn't this look like it would be something? Like, if you squint your eyes, doesn't it look like it would spell something? What do you think? Like, I feel like it almost shows something. I don't know what I see though. I feel like M-N-A. Maybe I'm just tripping out, but I feel like it shows something.
It is all about trust.
So I think this group in the corner over here was my group at this point. We were trying to line up to get that cube, which we thought would be the farthest away from the money because we knew it was going to be a bribe. I'm somewhere in there. Wait, is that me? Oh yeah, that's me. I'm going to take a screenshot. And that girl with the red hair, let me take a screenshot. That girl with the red hair is the other one that got bullied by some guys on our team. Okay, so do you see the box in the middle? That's a porta potty. Just keep that in mind. It's a porta potty. 2 porta potties to be exact. There's one on one side, one on the other side, and each platform has that. Oh, that's my team. So I was over here. This is me, I think. Okay, let me just share my story on this one. I was getting bullied a little bit because my team wanted to have all the guys, strong guys or whatever, on the edges to prevent people from jumping. Whatever, cool. But I personally found a spot on the edge because I didn't want to be next to the stinky porta potties that people used all week. Yes, we were, at this point, we were there for like, I don't know, few nights, maybe 3 or 4 nights. I'm not sure to be exact. And none of us showered. We had wipes. We were given wipes and bathroom sinks. So none of us showered, and a lot of the guys were stinky. Or just people. Some of them were stinky, and I did not want to be in the middle of that crowded space with a porta potty and stinky people. So I found a nice breezy spot on the edge. At first, they were politely, everyone was like, oh, do you want to come over here? We'll give you a nice spot. You can lean up on the wall. And I was like, oh, no, I'm okay. I'm good here. Thanks, though. And it was nice until this one guy came, and he was like being really rude. Like, you need to move. I was like, no. And then it kind of like got crazy. Like, he was like being mean to me, and he had like a buddy with him. And then this girl over there was like shouting at me like, oh, you need to be part of the team. You won't move. Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh my gosh, kumbaya, like chill out. I started to ignore them. And then finally the people who I knew on the team like spoke and was defending me, like, chill out, she's good, leave her be. Like, oh my gosh, like it was like drama. And even the camera was like in my face at one time. I wonder if it was then. No, it's not then, but anyway. And I had a little bit of adrenaline because I was getting upset, and I was like, I'm on the edge, I'm getting fresh air. And yeah, that nice guy came and was like talking to me, making sure I was okay. And the people around me were like, make sure I was okay. I told the guy, like, you need to go on the other side because you're pissing me off. I don't know if I said it like that, but he was mean to me. And, like, I was trying to be friendly, but he was just being annoying and aggressive, and I already said no. Like, if I say no, it means no. Leave me alone. Like, don't bother me. And I even told him, like, what am I going to do? What do you think I'm going to do? And it's just, like, someone else's anxiety, you know? I just don't want to deal with their, like, I don't want somebody putting their anxiety on me. Like, I'm just over here chilling, minding my own thing, you know? And they're just teaming up on me because I don't want to, like, how do you know this guy isn't gonna go and run for it? Like, I'm good. Like, I'm strong. I can hold people. Like, give a girl a chance. Anyway, that was my drama during this game. But he did come back after the game was done and apologize. And apparently there was girls that were telling him that I'm good because I am good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Anyway, that was drama that I just didn't need to have. Is that my team? Oh, I think that is my team. I don't really remember what was going on. I was kind of in my own bubble because they were being mean to me.
Good luck.
Oh, you can see that the camera is by the cube. I wonder if that's when the drama was happening. But that's me. Let's see if I can see him. Oh, I can see him. See? Oh, see me? I'm on the edge right there. I'm gonna take a screenshot. Okay, so there's $5,000, $50,000, and $1 million for these bribes. So the tension was very high. I don't understand how people were booing $50K because that's a lot of money. But I guess compared to $5 million, it seemed like nothing. I think this is so funny because everyone was booing, but for the $1 million, everyone was cheering. And I don't know who this girl is, but this reaction of this girl, it just always makes me so funny because it looks like she's like looking around like, y'all are cheering way too much for this. Like, I don't trust any of you. That's like the vibe I'm getting from this girl. Like, I think it's just so funny. I love that reaction. Oh, that's me. That's me. Yay. I honestly don't remember this game too much because I wonder if that was him. One of these guys was mean to me. I don't remember who he was. I honestly forgot what he looked like. I forgive, but I don't forget. Nobody wanted the $5,000. It was like nothing in comparison to $5 million. I thought this was really interesting in the final cut because I personally wasn't paying attention, but all these people getting closer to the edge, like, ooh, drama, drama.
Because everyone.
Like, who would let their teammates sit like that? Like, that I understand, because even if their foot touches the ground, the whole team is getting eliminated. Now, that is, I feel like, is a little disrespectful to the team.
I quit my job to be here. Did anyone else quit their job?
This girl said she quit her job, and a lot of people quit their job, and I was one of them. I quit my job to be a part of Beast Games. It was only a restaurant job, and I had other gigs going on too, but I did technically quit my job to be on Beast Games because they weren't really okay with me leaving for a really long time, so I kind of had to, and I didn't want to disrespect them because they were really nice to me.
Why would you do that?
If I had a really great job that wasn't just a regular restaurant job, I probably wouldn't have quit my job, but I don't have a really great job. I just have like a gig job and a restaurant gig, so yeah, I'm good. And I had a bunch of acting gigs that I had to cancel, which was the only time I've ever had to cancel. I felt so bad about it, but it was only because they didn't tell us the exact dates that we were going to do this. So I planned for the month, and then all of a sudden they tell us, and I had to cancel, and I felt so bad. I hate canceling. But yeah, I canceled jobs and I quit a job to be on Beast Games.
Very interesting.
Dude, this girl jumped before the timer even started. Everyone was cheering and going crazy. We had no idea if she got the money or not. Her team was so mad. I think one guy was even like, he took off his shirt and he was like kind of going crazy, like threatening. Yeah. It was a crazy, crazy, crazy moment. But like, I personally couldn't see what she looked like, so now I get to finally see what she looks like. I don't believe in like hating people or whatever. You know, she was just trying to do what she could do for her family and her life, you know? I'm just glad it wasn't my team because somebody had to do it or we would be there all day. So the game lasted, I don't know, 20 minutes max. Maybe more because they were doing interviews, but I'm just glad it was over and we could go back to the hotel and sleep in a normal bed. I could order food, pizza, sushi, whatever I wanted. I could explore the city, which you could watch in my Vegas exploring YouTube vlog. Yeah, everyone was shook at this point. Very shook. I heard rumors that she got the 50K, and I heard rumors that she only got the 5,000. I heard rumors that she got 10K. I heard rumors that she got nothing. I have no idea what she got. Platform 6. Is that ironic? 6 is like a number.
That final game was brutal.
Okay, this was so fun at the end when we were exiting. When I walked past, Jimmy was actually sitting on the $5 million, and everyone was just grabbing piles of cash and just throwing it up and partying. We were probably there for like 5-10 minutes and just like, whoa, cheering and throwing, I don't know, what felt like thousands of dollars up in the air. And it was just such a cool feeling. Like, how often do you get to throw that much money up in the air? I literally took it all in. I was throwing it all. I was having a blast. It was so great. Oh my gosh, it was so fun. I was ecstatic. And the person next to me actually took a chunk of money out, and I saw it and I was like, oh my gosh, you're gonna get eliminated if you get caught. Like, put it back. And then he actually did go back. I don't know if he put it back, but apparently people did steal stacks of cash when we were exiting. I have no idea what happened there, but that's a rumor. And I did see people take, I don't know if it was real or not, but it was so fun.
And that concludes this.
Oh my gosh, the Vegas games were so fun. It was so epic. It was a little traumatizing. I remember on my flight back I was crying, but mostly because I think I didn't get the window seat and I was getting a little bit of anxiety. But luckily the girl who had the window seat kept the window open, so I got to like look outside. I guess I have flying anxiety, which is new. Yeah, and then a week later I like broke out in hives, and I think it was from like stress. Like I didn't feel stressed, but I think my body was stressed. Like being a part of these games mentally or like unconsciously is very stressful. It feels like your life is always like on edge, even though it's not, but like being in it, you kind of feel like it is. Anyways, I had a lot of fun, and a lot of stuff was missing in the final cut, but hopefully they'll show it in like shorts or something. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions. 5:30 here. I had a blast. Please subscribe if you made it this far. Like the video if you liked it. And stay tuned for my reaction to episode 1 and the rest. Bye!